GloRilla, Grammy nominated, and now with her, is this second album? I guess.
Major label debut. It's debut EP. She has two other mixtapes not on streaming. It's come fast and furious for GloRilla. Really, just
Seriously.
2022. She exploded, and to get a Grammy nomination right as she's releasing her major label debut is pretty impressive.
And I think it makes the title of the album even more apt on a day like today to talk about it, because the title is anyways life's great, and it's great for our girl GloRilla because she's completely blowing up.
Hmm.
Like you mentioned, Grammy nominated, first like major label debut, and a huge song with Cardi B. It's featured on this album, Tomorrow 2, which is on our
Hmm.
Nowstalgia Best of 2022 playlist, so check that out. I gotta say, like, I thought this was pretty good. I went in having only really heard the Tomorrow 2 song and maybe a few other tracks, and I was pretty impressed with GloRilla. I don't
Hmm.
know if this is going to be like the project of her life, so to speak, but
I'd
for
hope
being a
not.
first major label debut, pretty impressive, I
Hmm.
thought.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this arc has been pretty interesting and fun to follow because it's been so quick. Like, on one hand, how FNF blew up really speaks to how music can work these days, where she was teasing out snippets to the song before it was officially released, at the time really just kind of being known in that Memphis scene specifically, and to have that song really blow up and sustain throughout really the first half of 2022. And as it goes, her team really telling her to let that song go, don't flood the zone yet, be strategic with it. She was sitting on Tomorrow while FNF was going off, and she doesn't put it out, puts it out, and then very quickly gets the remix version, Tomorrow 2, with the staggering Cardi B feature. Cardi B just at her absolute apex of talking shit. I think it's hilarious, the Cardi feature. Like, just the things she says as insults on that are so good. What is it like? She tell me she my op, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. Like, just so funny. But
Yeah.
GloRilla, through just a brief EP, over the course of this year, I think has like really established herself and her own identity with this music. I think one of the new songs on this EP, Nut Quick, really speaks to, I think, the appeal of an artist like her because, like FNF, GloRilla is very Memphis. She's very Southern.
Yes.
She's her and her friends, her girlfriends, they are ratchet as hell. That is their thing. That's why FNF and that video exploded, because they're just about it. They're very Memphis, and the fact that she got signed to Yo Gotti's CMG, staying in that Memphis circle, makes perfect sense. It's a perfect label fit for her. Really cool, and I think she really sustained that again with a new song like Nut Quick, and also a more introspective track like Out Loud Thinking, the final song on this EP. So, as we've been saying a lot, there's more and more female rappers, but I think GloRilla already has that kind of identity, specifically in that Memphis scene. And there's now like 4 or 5 legitimate GloRilla songs already. It hasn't been that long. So yeah, I think she's clearly going to be around a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that like very southern vibe. Even some of the ways that she delivers lines or says certain things reminds me a bit of Ti a little bit. Like she
Okay.
has this
Yeah.
like drawl, this like deeper
Definitely has a
register
draw for sure.
for sure, and just like this intimidating like feeling to her, which I really appreciate. She feels like she can go hard for sure, and even the songs I didn't think were like great, like a song like F and F, I thought was still fun. Like I found myself like really enjoying it, um, and I think that that's a really good sign for her as a new artist. That even if she's not making like a top tier hit or like a really well crafted song, she can still
Hmm.
deliver something that's like fun to vibe to and bounce around to. You mentioned a few of the ones that were like stood out to you. I really also liked Get That Money with Nikki Poo.
Hmm.
I mean, just the overall vibe of that is great, but like I feel like her and Nikki Poo had decent chemistry as well. Nikki brings like a bit of a speedier delivery, but it's like they play off each other nice, and it has like an old school feel to it. It almost felt like something from like the 2000s bit to me.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, I mean, Tomorrow too has been hanging on that like top 10 YouTube chart since it came out. It's there today, you know. So she's definitely finding an audience, and I think she's in great hands with Yo Gotti, who is, you know, we haven't talked about a lot of the CMG artists, definitely more street level stuff, but like Moneybagg Yo has become a huge rapper, you know, and even people that aren't signed to Yo Gotti, like the late Young Dolph, like there is a huge appetite for Memphis rap the past 10 years. And I think she's just going to slide right in and just very quickly become like one of the stars of that sub scene of Southern rap. So very exciting. And really, hats off to the Grammys for recognizing the success of FNF and honestly nominating a brand new artist. Like that's actually really cool.
Completely agree. Sometimes they get it right.